freaking watched for years. I've also taken so much time. Okay, I've taken so much time offline since while this has all happened. That's the other thing. She couldn't take any time offline. Mikayla could. So let me just finish this part of it, and then I will talk about Rolling Rosemary, okay? Because Rolling Rosemary is absolutely insane, and she should be in prison. Let me tell you why. Let me go get her picture again. Let me just put on a little music. Okay. So, Rolling Rose. Oh, this is just like 1940s oldies. Okay. I'm such an old woman. No, that'll put everybody to sleep. Okay. So, I'm sorry. Let me regroup. Mikayla Raines, she was under all this pressure. She just took her own life, okay? And she not only was getting bullied relentlessly, but she was under all this financial pressure. And the only reason I have been able to not take my own life and not completely lose my mind with everything I went through is I will take off weeks and months. And that's because I'm not tied into this app financially. And I'm so grateful for that. And I've never taken brand deals. I've been offered a lot of money. And I always felt so stupid for not doing these things. But like, oh my God, like my intuition knew I wasn't ready for it. Like when you are so wrapped up, like I watched her cry. I watched a video from a couple months ago where she was just talking about the pressure from the money and the animals. And my heart, like, oh, thank you. Oh, this is your sign. Oh my gosh, I hope I can make somebody else. This is my thing is like, I didn't get to talk to her. I didn't know she was going through this. Like I could have talked to her a week ago and maybe fucking done something. Like if you've ever been targeted online, if you've ever been bullied online, I've never been bullied in my life. And then I get on the internet and I'm like an adult and I'm like, hello? Like I'm going through the weirdest bullying ever in my 30s. And it does make you want to take yourself off the planet. And just seeing another person, if you've ever, like, it will give you the strength. Oh, I'm so happy. If I can give one person the strength to not end up where she is, like, it makes me so mad. I've been crying for days. She is such a beautiful woman that did not deserve, and she had a baby. She has a little baby. And when people take their life, you think, oh, like, how could they do that to their baby? I promise you, this was a split-second decision. Like when I went through what I went through, I relapsed on alcohol, and the alcohol, I literally almost took my life. And that only made the bullying worse. And I took a bunch of time off the internet after that happened too. These people are feral, seething at the mouth to hurt others. And I saw in her Reddit stuff that a lot of the people who bullied her were stay-at-home moms. People who have way too much time on their hands. That's everybody who's still obsessed with me. And when I truly, like, I've been through my own mental health struggles my whole life. I've never had something like this happen. I was making jokes that day. I truly didn't think that, like, I had reached a point that, like, I was about to snap. But Rolling Rosemary put out merch about me that day, making fun of the fact that she had just stolen 4 years of my work. Rolling Rosemary, she was part of, like, I got all this information. The day I almost took my life, I was drinking a little bit, and then Sleuthy did all this creepy stuff and was stressing me out. And I finally just snapped. And people had just taken my livelihood. People had just taken 4 years of my work. After all these 4,000 people sat on Aunt Karen's live, I said I wouldn't go because that was the most immature thing ever. And then they just slaughtered me and took my platforms over lies. Oh yeah, let me tell you what happened to me. Let me go get this picture. Oh my God, yeah. And that's what has been happening to Mikayla, and I didn't know. Do you know how much it's making me feel fucking crazy that I could have just sent her a DM a week ago and maybe she'd still be alive? So I've been healing in private, and like I'll come out and talk about stuff sometimes. No, no, fuck these people. This needs to be, well, yeah, I wish it was that easy, Sherry. I wish it was easy to say you shouldn't care about what people say, but it's not easy. And I don't go looking for bad stuff about myself ever. So, but the dynamics of the internet are such a mess. And when you make friends online, I want to talk about all this parasocial stuff. But basically, she blew up online. She opened these like animal rescues. You know, she was saving foxes. So she was talking about how if she doesn't post every single day, that she doesn't make the money to help the foxes. Like, she had so much riding on her. And I don't know when she got married. I don't know when she had a baby, but that's so much pressure for an autistic, bipolar person. Like, you can see the anxiety when you go back and watch her videos. I had only ever seen happy content from her, and she didn't really talk about her struggles that much, from what I saw. But then there's this whole other thing where some of her friends online recently turned on her And that's what happened to me too. There was a whole group of people that helped me. That was my online community. Some of them are in here right now. And when I didn't do what they wanted, when I realized that they were all kind of really weird, creepy people that were just keeping this drama going for years, I silently cut them off. And they all decided that wasn't okay. And now they just want to ruin my life after they already watched this crazy shit happen to me. But I guess she went through the same thing where she had these very specific friends in the animal community, like this creepy old guy that she met online that was her friend that helped her a bunch, then turned on her. What does that sound like? Exactly, keeping me in a delusional state for their entertainment. Why would hags? I told them I was trying to move on with my life. They're the reason that Jubilee went to the psych ward. Like, hags and Sleuthy literally kept this shit going forever, and they were supposedly the good people. Like, you have just malignant narcissists who do horrible things, and then you have people who think that they're internet sleuths, and they cause so many problems. Sleuthy literally made this mess so out of control. Now that I can see it clearly, it's actually terrifying. And she still doesn't see it. She's like, I did nothing wrong. I was just there to help. No, you almost got so many people killed. You got 2 people sent to the psych ward. You've had kids removed from their parents. You're not an internet sleuth. Get offline. Oh, I'm so glad, Dr. Dre. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to say that. I really like you. Thank you so much. Yeah, they're hyping someone up. But see, that's the problem, is all these people who get so obsessed with creators and they're like, oh, we're gonna, like, I have people who support me now that are just normal, you know? Like, if you get so obsessed with a creator that you check their page every single day and like you have to like defend them every single time something happens. People used to tell me all the time, your followers are crazy. Like, Allie's followers are insane. And I would be like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't do anything. And now that I got rid of all those crazy followers and people who supported me, I'm like, oh, those were the crazy people. Like, Sleuthy would go over and torture people in my name. And then people would get mad at me. Like, what? And this is happening on, all I'm saying is, and this is not a unique story, right? Like, you know, this is happening every single day. And Mikayla, the pressure of the money, the posting, like, people are saying she got bullied to death, and she did. But the other big piece of this, which I'm trying to tell people before they start posting themselves online, is that when you have to post every single day, it creates a sense of psychosis. Like, I'm not kidding. And I cannot imagine having money involved, my child involved, my husband, big foundations, big donations. And then she was being sued behind the scenes. Same with me. Legal pressure. I have never wanted to take my own life more than under legal pressure and with betrayal trauma. And autistic people are so affected by betrayal trauma. When I read that she not only had these creepy people like I do, like Jubilee, who incessantly think that they're just like, Jubilee has literally said that she won't stop hurting me until I either die or I stop posting content. And makes no qualms about it. And still considers herself a good person. Yeah. Oh, it's, yeah. Oh, it's, yeah. Yeah. Oh, this woman, she's literally stalked me every day for 2.5 years straight, and my family, my entire family. And she holds 4-hour live streams a day. She just got reported to disability, though. Have fun with that. The Canadian government is not going to pay you to do this anymore. The only reason she has all this time is because she's lying about her disability. She still claims that I'm one of her brain tumors. Sorry, I know this is confusing. Yes. She just put out a post recently saying, Allie Priestley killed the Pope. In the year of our Lord Jubilee. No, this bitch is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let me tell you what actually happened to me. So basically, the reason I'm bringing this all up is Mikayla Raines, the Save a Fox woman, just took her life. And I'm so devastated about it. I'm not just devastated, I'm fucking furious. And we went through such similar things. I wish I had known. I need to start scouring the internet for other people who are going through this so that I can be there for them. And I'm going to help her husband put some people behind bars, specifically Brian. I posted it on my story on my main account. I'm going to start posting a bunch of stuff here. But I'm going to help him press criminal charges. I'm going to start an absolute storm about Reddit and these websites that allow these just actual crazy groups, even YouTube. Do you know how many times I've just messaged YouTube and been like, hey, there's an account that is made to stalk me incessantly, and all she does is post about me, and it's really affected my mental. Like, they don't care. I've never even gotten a response. Like, this shouldn't happen, right? Like, these Reddit groups that people can sit there on burner accounts anonymously. Like, Reddit is where people plan to destroy my life. I saw a private Reddit group about me that literally, like, it will change me for the rest of my life. Like, when people want to hurt you and you are not that kind of a person and you can't even fathom doing this to someone else, like, these people were joking about, like, oh my God, why do these forums get to exist? And I get that Reddit can't, like, police all of that, but when they get reported, they should be taken down immediately. Reddit snark pages shouldn't be a thing. Or they should be allowed to be moderated by the person who actually is being talked about, and then we can put the truth in there too. Anytime I tried to talk to a Reddit group about me, they would lose their minds. They're like, she's here, everyone. Yeah, I'm the person you idiots are talking about. People are like, she murdered someone. Oh, really? I'm like, can we just clear this up? Literally, yeah. I'm going to start an actual hellfire storm in Mikayla's honor. And I'm talking to multiple creators behind the scenes who are done. You guys have probably seen some of it. Some of it's going very viral. There's lawyers on here talking about it. Like, we are about to start an actual hellfire storm. And I've been quiet about a lot of stuff that I'm doing because it takes years to press these criminal charges on people. But we are not going to let other people die because there are losers on the internet who are jealous of those of us who actually put our asses online. That's the thing. You guys can't build anything for yourselves. You're too cowardly to put yourselves out there. So it's all jealousy. That's all where it starts. Seriously. And the things that people were saying, people would say that she, like, one of the people that did the blog about her made an entire thing about how she was doing sexual stuff with the Fox. That was one of her biggest, like, it's like Jubilee. Everything I do, Jubilee turns it into the most crazed, horrific thing that you could ever, yeah. That's what people were, yeah, there was one blog that every single day would report on Mikayla. They got PETA involved. Like, even PETA went after this woman because of the haters. Yes, and she was under so much pressure. And then, in the last couple of months, her friends in the animal community and her really close-knit group of followers turned on her. And I guarantee you that it just snapped her. When Hags and Sleuthy and them turned on me, like, that kind of betrayal, and that's after you've already been through so much. So she was under legal pressure, like, all of this stuff. This is Mikayla Raines, and she is a huge she just passed away. She took her own life. She's a mother, and she's in her 20s. I think she was in her late 20s. And if you look up Save a Fox, please go support her husband. Please go donate to his GoFundMe. And now all the trolls online are saying that her husband killed her. They're like, we know. And yes, family and stuff should always be investigated. I'm not saying he shouldn't be looked into. That should always happen if somebody dies. But you guys, yeah, already the lies, the deceit. People were coming in my comments saying the craziest stuff about her. And they were like, I know it was her husband. And like this one lady, I was like, you seriously need to get offline. And she was like, no, I can see it. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, no, yeah, this is why this happened, is because all these people could see that she was abusing animals. That's the weirdest part about these online troll communities and snark pages, is they talk about it like it's just a public service. That person didn't want to help an animal. They wanted Mikayla dead, and they got it. And now, oh, that person that ran that blog about her, can you imagine the pressure she felt if her animals ever got sick, if just normal life happened? Me too. I know. That's why I'm so sick about it. Like, yeah. And all of the people who did the same thing to me, you better run and hide. But you can't, because I have all the folders with the thousands of burner accounts, and one of you is going to prison. Bars. Yes. Get ready. All of the main, oh my gosh, perpetrators involved were in the hunting and fur trade. Oh my God. See, and I'm sure she attracted so many crazy people. And so anyways, I just want to talk about, like, when you are under a smear campaign, when you are being targeted by malignant narcissists, when you are putting yourself out on social media and you start trusting people, like, I want to help people not make the same mistakes that I did. Because, you know, I made a ton of mistakes, but let me tell you guys what happened to me. And please, if you're struggling, if you feel like no one will listen, if you are getting ignored by the cops, if you're getting ignored, that's the thing. The cops don't care either. That's the scariest part. The internet, do you know, okay, what I have been through with the legal system and attorneys, like nobody knows what to do with these situations. Like now I'm getting, things are changing and, you know, whatever. But when people stole my name and were just harassing me endlessly, like everyone loves to say online, like, oh, you can just sue that person for defamation. This is libel. This is that. Like, oh my God, it's so expensive. It's so crazy. If it's across state lines, it's so insane. If it's across country lines, like one of the women who's the most obsessed with me is in Canada. Two of the women who have hurt me the most are literally Canadian citizens. Nothing can happen. Like Samara tried to sue me, tried so hard and couldn't get anything done. And she had millions of dollars trying to sue a Canadian. Oh my God. That will make you want to take your life. So let me tell you what happened to me for the people who are just getting here, because I know it's confusing. And if you guys could go support my last video about rolling rosemary, that'd be great. I haven't posted on this account for like a year. And I would love for that to get exposure, but I'll make a ton more content about all of this. But if you're here because you want to hear about rolling rosemary, I will explain what she did. So my name is Allie. I don't know why I always start like that, but hello, my name is Allie. Let me get some better music on. Where's my Spotify? And thank you. I appreciate it. I haven't posted on this account forever, so it's fine if it gets like 30 views. I know all the creepy people will see it, but it would be great if it could hit the for you. You know, that would feel good. But I already got enough karma. Her saying that her husband left her on my birthday. Oh my gosh, hold on. Ugh. I need to make a volcano bomb. Okay, let me tell this story. We're about to get justice, bitch. Everybody who sits on Reddit. Guess who also is getting their karma? Joe Dispenza. Damn, everything I've been saying. Okay, so, this is, it's just called Baby I'm a Gangster Too by Briar. Briarr. I just found it on Spotify. Do I still have his wig? Yes, somewhere. I used to say I was going to expose Joe Dispenza. Now I don't really care. He did it to himself. But yeah, but anyways, he's just been under fire lately. And oh, thank you. He's just been under fire. I guess I just saw a few videos about it. I need to look into it. But I guess in France, they take pseudoscientific, like spiritual claims a lot more seriously. And he's not allowed to have his progressive retreat that was supposed to happen there got shut down. And oh my gosh, thank you so much, Van. I am so much happier. Yeah, I've worked on myself a lot. I decided to like stop being a full-time content creator, and I'm so much happier. Let me tell you something. Being a full-time content creator is not healthy. Like going out, making money, not having it tied to the internet. That's what drives me crazy about Mikayla, is she got in too deep. Like one of the only reasons that I'm still alive and that I'm not like in so much trouble with the IRS and like, do you know what happens when you make this kind of money online? It's so scary. Like you can all of a sudden find yourself in a situation, you don't know what kind of taxes she was paying. Like if you're dealing with a foundation on the level that she is, like you can ruin your life just with brand deals. I mean, ruin your life. And all of a sudden you owe the feds $50K and you don't know how you're going to do it. Like that happens so fast. And so what, who has manic episodes? Oh, are you just saying like in general? Sorry, I just see things and sometimes I think they're negative and I can't tell what the tone. I was like, are you saying I'm manic, bitch? I only get manic when I'm on Adderall. And I get crazy. Maybe I should take an Adderall and drive my ass out to Michigan and handle things with a couple people. Maybe up to Canada too. It has kept me very sober the last couple of years because I don't want to end up in prison because I've never wanted more revenge than I've wanted. So anyways, all I'm saying is I just feel like she was yes, she unalived herself. No, feral goblin queen, I don't want to talk to you. And I'm sorry for saying something about your physical appearance. I really am. Like, I don't like getting nasty, but dude, I didn't do anything to your friend, okay? Literally. She never needed to tell people horrific personal business about me. You guys just need to leave me alone. What do you want to understand? You can unmute her. Thank you, AK. You can unmute her. If she acts weird, I'll block her SEOs. Thank you so much for doing that, though. That's so nice. Thank you for doing that. That is so nice. I appreciate you. Seriously. Where is my mod button? Yeah, tell me if you're a mod. Thank you, AK. So, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, the bullies are always here. If you don't feel comfortable talking, dude, why are you trying to come hijack my live? Why don't you just message me like a normal person? Your friend has my number. What happened is, Caitlin, I didn't want to be your friend anymore. Okay? And she decided to go spill a bunch of personal business about me online after I've already been through hell, and still is doing it on top of just lying. She had enough personal stuff on me because we were actual friends that she could have just told the truth. But no, she had to lie on top of it. That's what happened. And your friend needs to get a grip and stop hurting people online. So how about Feral Goblin Queen? You sit and listen to what actually happened to me. If you want to sit here, so you guys were friends outside of TikTok. Are you out of your mind? I feel like you're just playing games. So if you actually want to sit here and listen, yeah, she was one of my best friends for almost 2 years. And then she turned on me and like almost made me want to unalive myself. So if you want to sit here and listen to the actual story, I will tell you, yeah, she knows exactly. I don't know what kind of games you're playing. Then you can hear what happened to me, okay? Because, okay, so there's a lot of people here now. If you don't know, this is Mikayla Raines. She just took her own life. I went through something so similar to what she went through. I'm so mad that I wasn't there to help her, and she got bullied to death, literally. And she was autistic. I'm autistic. I'm going to stand up for other creators. I'm so sick of losers online who and creators are supposed to just take it. Right? We're expected to just take it. You guys get to sit on Reddit snark pages while we go do real work in the world. And you get to sit on these burner accounts and just try to ruin people that you're just jealous of. And they take every vulnerability you've ever put online, anything good that happens online. There's a Reddit snark page with a bunch of losers like trying to hurt people. And if you think you're helping people online, also watch yourself. If you care so much about a creator that when they disagree with you or do something that you don't like, that you go hurt them, get help, get offline. I've had so many people that want to help me that are that try to get so close to me or just follow me for years and I don't even really know them. And then I say something or do something that they don't like and they literally decide that I'm the Antichrist and they go and do the craziest shit. Like if you're that involved with creators online, please get help. I'm not kidding. It's so insane. And a lot of it is stay-at-home moms. And I'm going to call it out because they have time. It's disabled people who have time, and there's nothing wrong with being disabled or a mother or anything. But if you're at home all day and you have time to make it your full-time job to try to destroy somebody's life or make a blog about them, you should end up in prison. Oh, hold on one second. Thank you for being here, everyone. This is really nice to be able to talk about this. So what happened to me is a couple of years ago, I've had, hate groups and weird people the whole time I've been on the internet, but nobody ever had money before. And what happened to me is I was really blowing up in 2023 and I had 2 really big accounts and I was in major magazines. I was calling out the dark side of the spiritual community, people who scam people for money, people who are charging outrageous prices for energy healing, stuff like that. And I got some really serious haters, like Rolling Rosemary, okay? I got some people in the spiritual community wanted to shut me down because I was pointing out what they were doing, And so I had this really intense hate group and there was some drama about that. But then in the middle of all of that, I had opened up a small consulting business. And because I got all this advice to do that, I had literally blown up so much. I was in all these major magazines. It was crazy. And people had asked me to do it for years. So I opened up this small consulting business. And one of the first clients I worked with was this woman named Samara Granovsky. Oh my God. Okay. This woman, I wish I had just never responded to DMs. If you're a creator, just never open your DMs. I know you have to, but literally my life is so much better since I don't even open my DMs. I don't talk, I literally shut it all off and I'm so much happier. That's why I feel so bad for her because that's why I think she deleted herself because I know that pressure, but I was never under that amount of pressure, on purpose. Sorry, let me not get distracted. Oh, my heart breaks for her. Please think before you, it's so easy to look at people online and be like, oh my God, that looks so fun. Oh my God, I don't want to have a normal job. No, it's actually horrible. And unless you're a malignant narcissist, it will, or an egoic narcissist that loves to listen to themselves talk all day, once the money gets involved, once the pressure gets involved, like you have to know your own mental health. Like I wish every day that I had never started posting online. No, I'm so serious. Like I feel like I do emotional OF, and that my emotional vagina is all over the internet, and everybody gets to see it. And I have the craziest stuff. I have walked away from it a lot, but I also have a voice, and I've also been through so much, and I'm also a very strong person, and I'm also going to use my platforms, bitch. Yeah, it's a layered thing, okay? And I'm also going to continue to piss people off. But since I lived through it, and I don't make money online, so like I can come and go as I please, and I did that on purpose, and I just want to encourage other people to do that. And you need to know, like, if you're a person who has OCD, anxiety, like having hundreds of thousands of followers won't make that better. It makes it 50 million times worse. It will bring out your darkest demons, your biggest, like, and then you have to deal with the psycho people who want to be near you. So this is Mikayla Raines. If you look up Save a Fox, that's her account, and she just died. She just took her own life, and I'm talking about it. But look up Save a Fox. Sorry, I should have put her name at the top here. I'm an old lady and I'm not very good at the live thing, but so basically, yeah, please, like, and no amount of people understanding you or thinking you're funny fixes those dark places inside of you. Okay, in fact, it shines a light on really scary stuff. So please, like, if you are a private person and you enjoy your privacy, please understand that that is so okay. It's not only okay, it is rare these days. And like, there are parts of the internet that I would never take back, and I've helped so many people, and people have helped me, and like it's changed my life, and like yes, but I almost died. Like you are playing like one of the scariest games. Okay, can you stop interrupting me? Like actually, okay. And I'll get back to the story in just a second. What's the message of your platform? Get the fuck out of here, please. After you just came in my other live being all demanding, why didn't you just come talk to me before? My God. Sorry. Anyways, what happened to me is a couple years ago, a woman contacted me, and I already had some hate groups about me, right? But this woman named Samara Granovsky, this was back in 2023, and I was calling out all the spiritual stuff. And she contacted me, and she was like, I want to hire you to be a consultant. And she wanted me to consult on spiritual matters. And I was like, I don't think I can help you. Like I've never done that. And she was like, no, you can. And she was like, just trust me. Like you've changed my life, like all this stuff. And I need your advice. Like I have this really big business. And she was like, let me just pay you for an hour of your time. And I was like, okay. And so we talked, and then it kind of like snowballed. She wanted to keep meeting. And I told her, like, I had this whole spiel when I met with clients, right? Like, I'm not a mental health person. I'm not a doctor. You know, you have to make like a whole disclaimer. Why can't I think of the most basic? I know, doesn't that break? Like, she's such a nice person. People online bullied this woman to death, and I'm going to scream it from the rooftops, and I'm going to get criminal charges pressed on people. Anyways, I had to make a whole, what is the word, thing that basically said that I'm not a mental health person, I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose you, you know, the whole basic thing. And she said she had 2 therapists, that this was strictly about the spiritual stuff, and that she just wanted my advice. And she was like, I've actually talked to my mental health team, and they think you would be like a great addition, you know, outside of that world, because she was addicted to psychics. This woman is extremely rich. She owned Trust Fund Beauty. I was contacted by one of like she's the wealthiest person I've ever met. The people who will find you online are so scary, especially the ones that want to help you. Okay. So this woman named Samara Granovsky contacts me, and we start working together. And at first I think that she's just this really prominent businesswoman, and she's very impressive. And I find out that she actually has millions of dollars, and that she wanted to like put me on a book tour. Like she was like a branding expert. Like she was very impressive. And I mean, it actually scares the trash out of me to talk about this. Thinking about it. I mean, I'm not scared to talk about it. Fuck that bitch. But it's just wild to think about. So anyways, after we started working together, and after a few months, it just started getting really weird. And she started confessing really crazy crimes to me. And I was like, okay, I need to get out of this relationship. And the fox, her name is Mikayla Raines. I don't know if I can write that now, but Mikayla Raines, if you look up Save a Fox. Thank you, Miranda. So I need to get another Topo Chico. I should just get a regular water, actually. Okay. So basically, This woman starts confessing crazy crimes to me. I realize I need to get out of a relationship with her. And I realized that she's like a psychotic person. Like, she couldn't remember from day to day what she was telling me. And she is a very rich socialite out of Canada. Her grandfather invented lip plumper. Like, this woman literally owned Trust Fund Beauty and sold it for millions. And like, I've talked to her family members, like, this is real. Okay. Like, she actually is this person, but she's a complete psychopath because she's had access to millions of dollars her entire life. And she's never had to really work. No, the person I'm talking about what happened to me. This woman's name is Samara Granovsky. The woman behind me is Mikayla Raines, who just took her life. But I'm just saying, I think she went through similar situations like this. So I fired Samara as my client, right? And I told her, like, you are so creepy and you're scary. And I don't care how much money you have. I don't want you to... She wanted to like back my whole career. She wanted to get me on TV. Like, I was like, I don't care what connections you have or how much money you're willing to spend on me. Like, I don't care. Like, you're scaring me. And now you're confessing literal crimes to me. And, what are you? No, Talia, I'm talking about online bullying. If I had passed away, I would want somebody to sit there with my face on a screen and talk about that I was a wonderful person. Get a grip, Talia. Somebody block Talia. Bitch, get out of my life. You're disgusting. People are like, why can't, like, oh, you guys want people to talk about things when it happens, but then when somebody talks about it, it's like, they're just using them. Shut up. And I talked about her for a very long time, and now I'm telling my story that's very similar. Sorry. Okay. So, Samara Granovsky, I fired her as my client. I told her she was scaring me, and she's a malignant narcissist, and I didn't know it at the time. And she decided she wanted to ruin my life. So she went to these hate groups about me on Reddit and found another woman named Carrie Ann Brewer who hated me a lot for no reason. Well, she wanted to be a manifestation coach on here. And apparently Carrie Ann could not stand me. So I have their whole first interaction. Like, we have the screenshots and everything. And so basically they decided they wanted to ruin my life. And they what am I trying to say? Within 10 days of meeting each other, Samara went to this hate group and was like, hi, I was just working with Allie and like, I'm going to put her in prison. So my hate group was this very rich woman who was my client. And she literally within 10 days, like, got a whole group of people on Discord, and they would sit there for hours. And she planned to ruin my entire life. And that's what malignant narcissists do. And Mikayla was dealing with this one malignant narcissist named Brian, who has also caused another woman, his ex-wife, to take her own life. And it was one of her friends. And they worked together. Yeah, the people saying her husband is responsible is insane. So yeah, malignant narcissists, that's what they want to do. Like, he was trying to secretly sue her. Like, that's exactly what happened to me. And so anyways, just be really careful with who you talk to from the internet. Seriously. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through my story really quick for the people who want to hear that and not get sidetracked. But basically, so Samara had Rolling Rosemary, this girl named Jubilee, like, all these people came out of nowhere and all of a sudden made videos about me. Every single day I would wake up and there was something else going on. And Samara, that woman, never posted anything. She stayed behind the scenes the whole time and just made everybody else do her dirty work. And she still has never gotten online and said a word about any of this. How are you going to accuse? She said that I was, okay, so this woman that hired me as a client decided she wanted to ruin my life. She went to my hate group on Reddit, made a new hate group, promised everybody that she was going to put me in prison. She spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on attorneys. What she claimed, what she cooked up in her mind, this is what malignant narcissists do. They are absolutely terrifying. She was like, Allie was a fake therapist. She said that I prescribed her psychedelics. She said that I forced her to send me nude photographs as a psychotherapist and that I posted them on revenge porn sites. She said, no, she had no proof. And she convinced all these people. How do you convince people with no proof? Right. No, exactly. She said that she paid me $36,000 and that I didn't claim it to the government, that I was running an underground therapy business. She had me investigated by the FBI, the police. Like, this woman actually believed this. It wasn't like she was joking. She started a foundation where she got this one woman, Samantha Shapiro, to quit her job. To start a foundation about me. And Samara was going to run it in Canada. And they thought that they were just going to delete me. like actually delete me. And Rolling Rosemary got completely obsessed with me during that time. And I would message these people and I would be like, hi, none of this is true. Can I help you? And none of them would talk to me. And these people lost their mind. Like this hate group got so out of control. So within 10 days, Samara and Carrie Ann bought my full legal name. No, yeah. If a hate group has people with money, do you know how scary that is? It's not just a Reddit snark page anymore. Okay, this is actual gang stalking. Yes, Samara Granovsky, I have their pictures. I should put up their pictures. It's just a lot of work, and I just want to get through my part of the story so we can talk about Mikayla again. But I just want to explain. I just want to express how crazy these online groups can actually get. So within 10 days, they had bought my full legal name, and they started sending me threats. So they bought Allie Priestley Productions. They bought Allie Starts a Cult. They bought Allie Tells Her Story, like any name I had used online in the last 4 years, and one with my full legal name. Carrie Ann went to the USPTO. It says on the trademarks, like, you will do jail time. I still can't believe this bitch did it. Have fun with the feds, bitch. Have fun with the feds. This is the other thing, is people will do such crazy stuff. I have never been in a situation like this where all of a sudden I'm like, this is how people get killed. This is literally how people get killed. Like, Carrie Ann committed a federal crime, not two thoughts about it. So they went to the USPTO, bought my name, and their lawyer's plan. I also had to deal with dirty attorneys. Their attorney's plan. Do you know how much you want to take your own life when you have a millionaire trying to shut your life down for no reason? Oh, they were also saying that my parents are in their 70s. Okay. And I live with them right now because I'm trying to save money, and I've completely rebuilt my financial life, and they're really nice people. And I don't feel like spending $3,000 on rent anymore. And I'm very lucky to be able to stay here for a while. And they literally were trying to make my 70-year-old parents homeless. Oh, Rolling Rosemary, they were like, it's a promise. Like, they were like, within a year, the whole Priestley family is going to be on the streets. I got letters from huge attorneys from one of the most prestigious of firms in Montreal, Canada, saying that they were within 2 weeks, if my parents didn't kick me out of the house, they were going to freeze all of our assets and my parents' bank accounts. Like, I was under so much pressure. It was unreal. Yeah, it's rich people gang stalking. These are rich people. Yeah, it was real letters. Oh my God. Yes, it was all very real. So yeah, it was so crazy. So basically, like, I met with attorneys, obviously, and they told me, like, these trademarks are never going to work. Like, the trademarks were never valid. Like, yes, they bought them. And like, you can go back to my playlists. I have playlists with proof and all of that stuff. And you can see the pictures and people who did it. It's not even that far back. I haven't even posted on this account for like a year. So if you want to see some of these hoes, you can go look. But so Samara and Carrie Ann went to the USPTO in February of 2023. Okay, so I guess this started in 2024. So I fired Samara in January. Within 10 days, they had bought all these trademarks, but the trademarks weren't valid. So they started messaging me and they were like, we own you. Carrie Ann was like, better, rent's due. She was like, better clear out that TikTok account. She was like, we just bought your name. She told me what she did because she couldn't keep her mouth shut, threatened me. I let the cops know. She told me she was going to delete me. She was like, when you disappear, everybody will know it's me. That sounds like a D threat to me. And then I popped my ass on the USPTO website and I thought she was bluffing. I was like, you didn't buy my name. Carrie Ann Brewer. This woman, she's in Lansing, Michigan. Again, a random stay-at-home mom she's also a diagnosed malignant narcissist. Okay? Okay, I've talked to these people's families. I've talked to Carrie Ann's ex-husband's family. Okay, these people do this kind of stuff to people. When malignant narcissists can find each other, like, I'm not just using the word narcissist to say it. Like, that word is overused. Both of these women who did this to me are diagnosed dangerous narcissists and have a past of doing this to people. So they threatened me for months and said that they were going to get me kicked off of TikTok. And I was told, like, that can never happen, right? Like, these trademarks aren't valid. It takes years for them to get approved. They were super backed up. And like, when I talked to like one of the first attorneys I worked with, she was like, this is like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And she was like, if it actually happens, then you can sue the trash out of these people. But she's like, it'll never, ever, ever happen. And so I thought it was going to be fine. And then I went through 2 months or so of like literally the worst bullying I've ever seen in my life. And every single day, this hate group was doing something new with Samara's money. So like one day I woke up and they had bought an Instagram account. Like they impersonated me in every way they could. They had bought an Instagram account, and this was Rolling Rosemary. She was part of this Instagram account. They bought this Instagram account with 4,000 followers, and they were impersonating me, and they bought a lot of views too. And they were confessing crimes as me. They bought a domain name with my full name. Like Samara was full blown impersonating me every single day in new ways. Oh, I mean, and there was just like this whole hate group that was out of control. And I was like, what is going on? She was literally confessing crimes to the IRS, the FBI. She was saying like she was trying to get me in trouble with the IRS. And so she was posting as me, like that I was confessing to all of these agencies that I was running a fake therapy business, that my parents were doing all this illegal stuff. Like this woman should be in prison. So every day I would wake up and it would be something else. And it was Rolling Rosemary. It was this woman named, anyways, I'll name all these people in a tell-all on YT. I'm doing a long form video about all of it, but yeah, I'm going to keep naming these people. But it was just a bunch of weirdos online who don't have platforms. And they would sit on Discord all day and like make plans to hurt me and my family. And they claimed that I had murdered someone. They literally made up this really detailed account of how I went and took this. Like it was just like they do about this. So this is Mikayla Raines, and she just took her life because of online bullying and internet pressure. And she had a very psychotic hate group and a couple people that were dedicated to stalking her every single day, every moment. And I went through that too. So I went through 2 months of every single day. These people were just like the most ravenous people I've ever seen. Thousands of burner accounts. They would send me emails. They still do. They signed me up. Like I had movers show up at my house. They would get quotes for movers. I had the police show up at my house. Like they weaponized the cops against me. Like it was so scary. And after 2 months of that, I was like, I'm about to lose my mind. I thought I was about to get swatted. Like I was trying to like laugh it off. I was like, you guys, like, this is so weird. Like I showed all the proof. I was like, I'm not a fake therapist. I never made all this money. Like, what is going on? And Samara, these people were like, she promised them that I was going to prison, and people like Rolling Rosemary, she started getting drunk and going online and saying that I was like this predator that was going to be put away for 5 years. And I was getting I got fully investigated by the state of Colorado and didn't even know it, like the medical licensing board. I found an email. They had this, like, it was called the Allie Akashic Records, where they would upload like 50 times a day. And somebody who turned on the original group sent me a link one day, and they're like, you need to see this. And it was thousands of videos of me and my family, all this stuff that's never been online before, of my little sister. Like they literally were building this like horrifically scary archive, and I watched it for weeks. They, like, one of them was obsessed with my father. Oh my God. And I was watching them upload all this stuff, and it wasn't just everything I posted, it was everything they were like finding. And I caught so many of them because of it. And it was so glorious. And one day they started uploading these emails, and that's how I found the attorney. And it was literally Samara and Carrie Ann's attorney talking to the district attorney in Boulder about putting me away for 5 years for revenge porn. And the DA was like, yeah, that would be at least like 5 years. Like, get me the proof. Like, she had all this access to every serious thing in Colorado. It was so scary. And it's so easy to prove that I didn't do that. But like, that's when I started getting online, and I was like, bitch, I swear to God, like, it was so insane. And then, a couple months later, like, these people got Aunt Karen to put out a story about me to millions of people. And she said that I was like practicing therapy without a license. I know Aunt Karen. I literally talked to her a few months before that. And she turned on me for money. And she knew the story was going so viral. And I begged her not to hold those lives about me. And she had paid only lives. And she put out this story that, fuck that bitch. She put out this story like all these horrible things about me, saying again that I forced my clients to send me nudes. She was so racist towards me. She was like this white woman, da 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 da. And yes, you can be racist towards white people. And it really affected my mental health, and it was really insane. And it was horrible. And these people were trying to serve me a cease and desist on live, and it was the dumbest thing in the world. And I said I wasn't going to come. And so all these weird people got on Aunt Karen's lives, and like they had this weird plan, and they mass reported my accounts with all these people, and they were submitting these trademarks. And so within 2 nights, I lost hundreds of thousands of followers. I lost both of my accounts, and they got taken down for copyright and trademark infringement. And I was told that if I ever posted my face online again, that they would literally it was just this whole thing. So the trademarks had finally worked, and they were able to convince TikTok that my content wasn't mine. And these women took my platforms, and they were so excited about it. And then like the next day, I was like crying, and like it was horrible. And I was having such horrible anxiety, and like, yeah, I just have never been bullied like that. People stole all this stuff, and it was just so crazy. And so then I hit a breaking point. And the Reddit thread was so out of control, and somebody kept Sleuthy, that fucking idiot Lonnie, no, I'm not changing the background. This is Mikayla Raines. Grow up. She passed away. Stop twisting the message. I'm putting up her face for a fucking reason. If you don't want to be here, leave. Like, this is about life and death stuff. So stop being like, oh, what's the motive? What's it? She's dead. I want to plaster her face everywhere. Girl, shut up. I'm getting there, Feral Goblin Queen. Sorry. I think it's so silly when creators get really mad in their lives. I'm sorry. Okay. I feel I'm just about to get to the part where I even met hags. Grow up. I'm sorry.